Hi, I'm Darlene Newman, taking a road trip throughout the American South, where scenic drives lead to small towns, big cities, and surprising culinary and outdoor adventures. Get ready to explore South Carolina, Arkansas, and Kentucky. We're exploring some of the hidden gems and definite must-sees in Arkansas, Kentucky, and South Carolina. We're highlighting locals picks for everything from tasty down-home cuisine to high-end culinary pursuits, small towns to eclectic cities, and lots of adventures in between. Our first stop is in a state well known for its horses, bluegrass, and bourbon. But there's another natural attraction that has drawn travelers to this state throughout history: Kentucky Caves. Located between Nashville and Louisville and close to Mammoth Cave National Park in south central Kentucky, we're checking out Hidden River Cave, right smack dab in the small town of Horse Cave. After perusing the American Cave Museum, I talk with cave expert Dave Foster to chart the history of Hidden River Cave, which boasts one of the largest entrances in Kentucky, descending into an 8-mile underground maze complete with a subterranean river. Wow, it's big.
It is.
Well, and it's interesting, it's right here and right beside Main Street.
It surprises people because they don't expect to drive down Main Street in the middle of town and then find this hidden here, which I guess is how it gets its name, Hidden River Cave. This particular cave had a very interesting history. It was a source of drinking water for the community, and it also was a source of hydroelectric power. The cave powered some of the first street lights outside of Louisville in the state of Kentucky, and they had an English garden down here and a tennis court, so people would come down here and take advantage of the natural air conditioning, and it was probably quite a ritzy place in the 1920s.
That's so interesting. Well, it's so nice and cool. I feel the air, even this far from the cave, I can feel it coming out. So
Yeah.
we walk down to take a closer look.
The great naturalist John Muir came through here in 1867. He talked about it as the birthplace of springs and fountains and the dark treasuries of the mineral kingdom, and how everybody in town would gather to take advantage of the cool air that came out of this giant, enormous fan.
Travelers who want to go deep can at Hidden River Cave, traveling 150 feet underground on a cave tour. Adventure seekers can also experience the cave by ziplining or rappelling at the cave's entrance.
Every once in a while, look up and see where you've been.
I know.
Isn't that awesome?
It doesn't look as high down here as it does up there.
No, very true.
Definitely something new and cool to experience in Kentucky. Next, you might want to take a walk through town. I've enlisted local Sandra Wilson to help explore some of this small town's ambiance and more Horse Cave history.
Horse Cave's a historic railroad mercantile town, and many of these houses in this area were built by the merchants who had stores downtown, and I think they're really gorgeous.
This one especially.
Isn't it
I love
beautiful?
that. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So intricate.
So welcome to downtown, Darlie.
I love it. I love the mix of architectural styles here.
We have more than 50 buildings in a commercial district for the National Register of Historic Places. We're really proud of our buildings and how they've been preserved, and we try to maintain as much as we can. Most of our buildings, like most small towns, have really interesting stories, and we like to tell our stories about the people of our town.
Sandra mentioned some of the other ways I can get to know Horse Cave locals, so I take her advice and stop by Sims Studios and Art Shop, where painting parties and art lessons are open to the public. And the bookstore, where bluegrass jam sessions on Thursday nights are free. Next, we're taking on Bowling Green, where the official sports car of Kentucky is manufactured and food and history intertwine. On the way, we're stopping for a farm fresh breakfast at Boyce General Store, which has been a pillar of the small community of Boyce outside of Bowling Green since 1869. Before I get served up grilled eggs and bacon, owner Bree Gallagher steps away from the kitchen to fill me in on this special place.
It's been a lot of things through the years. It's been a general store. People have lived in it. They've stripped tobacco in it. Around the 80s, a lady bought it and started cooking in the kitchen, and we've just kind of expanded the food part of it. I've lived in the community my whole life. My boys are actually the 5th generation on our land.
Wow.
Our community is not very large. It's just a little part of Bowling Green, Kentucky. But our community is very supportive and just have really helped us thrive.
It doesn't hurt that the food is pretty awesome, too. Just the kind of fuel and atmosphere to get my morning started.